In 1991, a man escaped from an apartment in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. He was handcuffed, bleeding, and terrified. When police arrived, they almost sent him back to the man who had already killed 16 people. This is the story of Jeffrey Dahmer, the most disturbing serial killer America has ever seen. Jeffrey Dahmer was born on May 21, 1960, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. From the outside, he looked like a normal kid, but something was deeply wrong from the very beginning. As a child, Dahmer was fascinated with dead animals. He would collect bones, dissect insects, and preserve animal remains. His parents thought it was just a phase. They were wrong. By the time he was a teenager, his parents' marriage had fallen apart. His mother suffered from mental illness. His father was rarely home. Jeffrey was left alone, completely alone. And in that loneliness, something dark began to grow. 1978, Dahmer was just 18 years old. His parents had divorced. The house was empty. And that's when he committed his first murder. He picked up a hitchhiker named Stephen Hicks. They went back to Dahmer's house, drank beer, and talked. But when Stephen tried to leave, Dahmer hit him with a barbell, then strangled him, then buried the body in the backyard. For 9 years after that, nothing. Dahmer joined the army, was discharged for drinking, moved in with his grandmother. Everyone thought he was getting better. He wasn't. In 1987, Dahmer killed again. Then again in 1988. Then again and again and again. His method was always the same. He would find young men, mostly black, mostly vulnerable. He would offer them money to come to his apartment. He would drug their drinks. And then, what happened next is almost impossible to describe. Dahmer didn't just kill his victims, he kept parts of them. He took photographs. He even tried to create what he called zombies, drilling holes into their skulls while they were still alive, trying to make them stay forever. By 1991, he had killed 13 people, and nobody knew. On July 22, 1991, Tracy Edwards managed to escape. He ran into the street, still handcuffed. Police officers found him, confused and terrified. Tracy told them about the apartment, about the man inside. Officers went to apartment 213. Dahmer opened the door calmly. He smiled. He offered to get the handcuff key from the bedroom, but one officer followed him. And in that bedroom, he found photographs so disturbing that the officer physically recoiled. Jeffrey Dahmer was arrested on the spot. In his apartment, police found 7 skulls, 4 severed heads in the refrigerator, 2 human hearts, body parts of 11 different victims. The entire city of Milwaukee was in shock. At trial, Dahmer pleaded guilty but insane. He claimed he couldn't control himself. The jury didn't believe him. He was sentenced to 16 life terms in prison, over 900 years behind bars. But Jeffrey Dahmer would never serve his full sentence. On November 28, 1994, just 3 years into his sentence, a fellow inmate named Christopher Scarver beat Dahmer to death with a metal bar in the prison gym. When asked why, Scarver said, "God told me to." Jeffrey Dahmer was 34 years old, 17 lives, 13 years of killing. 1 apartment. The most terrifying part of Jeffrey Dahmer's story isn't what he did inside that apartment. It's how normal he seemed on the outside. He had neighbors, he had a job. People walked past him every day. Evil doesn't always look like a monster. Sometimes it looks just like the man next door. If you want more true crime stories like this, subscribe, because next week we're covering a killer who was never caught, the Zodiac Killer. See you then.